morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers. We were with this particular group of people in the first episode. I'm really excited to have you here. Karibuni sana. I'm going to be your host, Liz Nderito. And our podcast is called Beyond Numbers, a podcast by KKCO East Africa LLP. We've sought to really just create an impact within our industry. We are an audit accounting firm, but it's important to us that we're able to create content that impacts just beyond the space that we are in. Now, before we get into the conversation, I'd want you to introduce yourselves. Please let us know your name and what you do at KKCO.
Okay.
So I'll start with you, Liz.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Liz. So my name is Liz Matimu. Partner responsible for advisory, and I also represent clients in the company secretarial space. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. My name is Nimrod Kurkat. I'm a partner at KKCO. Currently the lead partner and also responsible for tax and accounting services.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Yes, my name is Joshua Gashomo. I'm partner responsible for audit and assurance at KKCO East Africa LLP. Glad to join you today.
Karibuni sana. How does it feel to join us again?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome, exciting.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, as we get into this conversation, I'd want us to start by just tell us, Liz, who is KKCO?
Okay. So KKCO is a business advisory firm. We're a group of experts in the advisory space, and we provide solutions to organizations, a wide range of organizations, be it not-for-profit, be it for-profit, be it corporates, be it professional organizations. So we just come in and provide. We come in, meet with clients, understand your needs, understand where your gaps are, and provide you solutions that will take your organizations from one stage to the next stage, so that you can the organizations can thrive. Yeah.
A lot of the conversations with our podcast right now, a lot of the conversations we are getting is people have realized, besides just, of course, is the conception of okay, we have accounting, they're just accountants, they're just auditors, and then realizing there are all these services that you guys offer. So I thought it would be good for us to really just go deeper and give you a chance to tell us the services that you offer, break it down to us so that we are able to understand. And I think I'll start with Joshua. Please, could you walk us some of the services that you offer?
Yeah, thank you. At KKCO East Africa LLP, we have a range of services. Again, that is offered. One of them, the key one, is actually audit and assurance services. Again, we also have outsourced services. And in that outsourced services, if you are to bundle them, you have accounting there, you have HR, you have payroll or its own, you have internal audit, you have tax, again. You have quite a number of areas that you can then outsource from us. Those are just but that as an example. If I can then just pick one and I say we offer outsourced internal audit.
And I have a question. Sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Before, when you say outsourced services, I realize it's something you said over and again. What do you mean by outsourced services? I don't want you to just tell us.
Again, businesses, entities within the space, and they have now realized the need to have some services handled externally, called by third parties.
Okay.
Now, the traditional way has always been, I get my staff. So I have a HR manager, I have set up a HR department.
Yes.
Inside there, I have the HR manager, the HR officers. Then I set for them now the staff costs, their PMs, their cost of salaries, the leave, and all that.
Yeah.
Now, that can then be managed also externally by a third party, an entity now like KKCO East Africa LLP, where then you could outsource that service of HR to us. So then to outsource would then mean you come to another party, another entity that offers the same service, but then with a couple of advantages that outweighs where you would then set up that department internally. That is now what outsourced would then look like. Yeah.
So basically, if I have again my chain of garages, I can just focus on my core business. And if I need a service like HR, I would just come to you and entrust you with handling that.
Sure.
Awesome.
So how we would then come in is to say, fine, this is a chain of garages. This is an entity that is set up. They have employees. So then we will set up a HR function within our firm that then manages your garage, your company, but externally housed by us. In that manner, then what then you'd achieve is that you'll get a lot of compliance. Literally 100%, because we are the experts. We have a team that have understood the Employment Act of 2007, and so we implement it with the knowledge, with understanding, without any gaps. So you get a package of that particular service now housed within KKCO. So that's how outsourced then works. Yeah,
That's what you mean by outsourced.
Outsourcing, yeah.
That's good that we've explained that so that we can all be on the same page on what we mean by outsourced. So Nimrod, how about you take us through one of the services?
Yeah, one of the services which we offer is tax.
Right.
Yeah, and I think all of us, the problems we have in terms of tax plan, tax cases, tax disputes, the changes in tax laws, which is almost every day.
Every other day, that's true.
There's a new law on tax. And for you to manage, to run your core business without headache on compliance, one of the best step or strategies is just to outsource the tax unit. So we handle several portfolio of tax services, which range from the filing of returns, which could be the annual returns, which I think as we speak, it's due in the next few days.
Yes.
We handle the monthly tax requirements, for example, filing of monthly tax returns. It could be the value-added tax. Yeah, it could be the payroll taxes, which is normally known as pay-as-you-earn. It could be withholding taxes. So several tax requirements on a daily basis to ensure that even the recording of those transactions, we ensure that we manage that compliance aspect of tax, and that's one of our key services.
And Nimrod, what do you think would be like a benefit for a business, like the way I'd given the example of or maybe a chain of garages? What would be the benefit of outsourcing like tax to you guys?
Yeah, the main benefit is basically compliance, because that's a big thing. Because failure to comply can put problems to your business.
Yes.
So when you outsource, and I think I said tax is a technical and a difficult
it is
item.
It is.
So that when you outsource the tax function, you worry or you are not exposed to any non-compliance issues, penalties, or interest, punitive interest, or even your bank. The tax authorities, they have responsibilities to even close your business for them to collect the undeclared taxes. So compliance is what I see as one of the key benefits. And the other one, of course, having the right team, housing your own experts within your business could be costly. And I believe the outsourced function is cost effective. If you analyze the cost of having your own internal experts than having experts or outsourced services.
Yeah.
It's if you analyze the cost benefit, I believe it's way cheaper to outsource that function.
Yeah. One of the things I continue to learn as we have these conversations is to most people who may not be experts like you, more often than not, we assume that all taxes apply to us in very similar ways, or the treatment is very similar. And I'm coming to learn that it's not the fact that it's not enough that, oh, we think we are in the same industry or we are running similar businesses. We'll have very different taxes applying to us differently. So just having the expert to, walk you through, these will apply to you in this particular manner, makes all the difference. Liz, walk me through another service.
So another service that we have is like outsourced accounting. Yeah, and outsourced accounting is where you, instead of hiring your finance team, a finance manager and a group of accountants, you can outsource that to us. And we've found that different clients outsource different aspects. Some clients would say, would want our own 2 accountants, but we want 1 expert accountant within the team. And so they outsource one of us from within the outsource one of our staff within the team. At KKCO, we are currently at a team complement of 45 staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you are able to, get one of our team members who is quite very technical, understands all our technical team are CPA. Within have completed their CPAs, their degree holders, and we've taken them through intense training and control. So you can decide, we want to outsource 1 accountant, or in some cases you'll find the client saying, we want to have our own accounting team, but we want to outsource the finance manager. So we have clients where they have a whole accounting team of 4 or 5 people, and they outsource the finance manager.
Oh, okay.
So it depends client to client, and what we will do for you. Why outsource us is because when we come to your business, like the clients where we've gone to do outsourcing business, accounting, we go and we find, even the way the system was set up was even wrong. Maybe they're having problems with accounting because of the setup. Yeah, so we would go and maybe they've set up using Microsoft 365, previously Navision, and the way it was set up, the IT team and the finance team was not really set up well and mapped well, so that the reports are produced easily. So we'll come in, we look at the setup, we'll come set it up for you, and then we'll make sure that, over a period of time, you're able to do reports, you're able to do the controls, and you're able to get a financial report at the end of every month. So we found that the clients who've outsourced their accounting, their reports, and the way they run their business is more trustworthy. They're able to receive reports on time, they're able to trust us, because remember, the client is transferring the risk. They're transferring the risk from themselves to us.
What do you mean by that, Liz?
Risk.
Transferring the risk.
I always like Joshua defining risk. He defines it well.
Please break it down fast.
Yeah. We have always seen now, when you say risk, another jargon that is used to go with that is susceptibility.
Oh my goodness.
When you say susceptibility, again, you are vulnerable.
Yes.
I think vulnerable is closer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So you find you are surrounded by a risk that then would come because of people, because of processes, because of controls. There is something that would happen to you, which eventually make you lose. So the end result is that there will be a loss.
Okay.
So that loss is the one that now you're trying to mitigate.
Okay.
From its occurrence. So you see, there is a risk of me one day losing. That risk then, because that is the end result, I now start from its genesis, from its source. Yeah. So I put a control. I put a control. It's a stopgard.
Okay.
So I ensure, it doesn't go back. It doesn't happen. So that's now how I would say the risk. So it has come because your controls are weak. So we call it a control risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's give an example of a legal firm.
Yeah.
Of course, now because we have more conversations, I'm learning a lot of these things. But for a person who's watching us for the first time, a control would be like a policy, right?
Yeah.
So let's give an example of maybe a risk that a legal firm would have.
Yeah.
In the accounting
Maybe the
space.
simplest example is insurance.
Or insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a
Corporate.
house, a motor vehicle. So the reason why you take insurance is for you to transfer that risk. In case you lost your motor vehicle or there's a fire on your house. So the insurance company, they're saying, yes, we accept this risk. In case of any accident, we'll pay you.
Okay.
So that's the simplest way of saying you are transferring a risk.
So in the same manner, me hiring your services, outsourcing accounting services to you means I transfer that.
You transfer that risk. In case of any issues, losses, we are saying the firm is responsible for that, is taking care of that risk.
Oh, wow.
And maybe just even to break it down further, from a risk point of view. So for example, if you look like your legal firm, I come back to your legal firm.
Okay.
And them outsourcing the accounting services to us. Lawyers are experts in the legal matters. You know, they're good at going to court. That's what they've been trained. They may have had some training. I know when you go to the university, you receive some basic business training.
Yeah.
But you've not been trained in the in-depth training on accounts, finance.
Yeah.
But we have been trained. We've gone to 4 years university. We've done our CPAs and read. Some of us have done masters, you know. We are experts and then we have a lot of experience.
Yes.
So they would then say, you know what, we're a legal firm. Maybe we have 25 staff and we don't want that headache of numbers and following up with our clients. We want to transfer that to us guys. Yeah. And you see, maybe the lead partner at a legal firm would have the accountant reporting to them. Usually, I always wonder, that accountant who is reporting to them, this lead partner who's legal, do they even have the experience? Some of them will gain the experience, and it's good. I would say every lead partner or CEO, you need to have financial experience. Yeah, you need to get it. Go back to school, get the knowledge. But sometimes they don't have that time to get the knowledge. Are you going to be looking for the business, or are you going to be checking how your business is performing? So then they hire an accountant, and the accountant, how do they know whether the accountant is doing the right thing or not? They don't know. I just rely on what
they're saying.
What they're saying. I rely on what the numbers I'm given. Yeah. And if you don't have genuine accountants, what happens?
You suffer.
You're going to lose, but
money.
You're going to lose money. But if you transfer that to us, we're able to make sure that the work is done well. We not only will you have an accountant who's from us, who's outsourced. That accountant at your firm is being supervised from someone from our team. So we have team leaders. So the team leader will supervise their work.
Okay.
So we'll supervise their work weekly, we'll supervise their work monthly. Before the report goes to the lead CEO or the lead partner legal, that report would have come to the supervisor. The supervisor would have reviewed, asked basic questions to make sure the numbers are genuine, submit back to the accountant, who would then share to the lead partner and the legal firm. So you know your numbers are well. Then the second thing is, in case that staff needs to go on leave, it ceases to become the problem of the lead partner. You transfer the problem to us, the accounting firm. So if our staff needs to go on leave, remember that becomes your staff. But if our staff goes on leave, we would need to organize ourselves to make sure we bring a staff to be based at the legal firm while the staff is on leave. So again, you reduce that cost. And then the cost of hiring someone internally as opposed to outsourcing. So, but it's usually cheaper. Long run, it's cheaper. You know, all you're paying is a monthly fee. Yeah, a monthly consulting fee. Unlike hiring the staff, remember you need to hire talent. Then you need to pay. You need to pay medical. You need to give a pension. You need to account for leave. There's training. There's a lot. So if you look at the total employment cost, it just makes sense to outsource what is not core to your organization. So outsource the non-core. Like we ourselves would outsource marketing services, would outsource other services that are not core to our business.
The business.
Yeah.
And I just thought of something when you were speaking. Let me ask, do you actually train like these lead partners? And if I have my business, do you also like train them?
Yes.
Is that like a service?
So it's a service we also do. We trade the lead partners, we trade the CEOs on. We have our cost managers. We have a program called Finance for Non-Finance Managers.
Oh, okay.
And what we will do, it's even better when you outsource us, because apart from just outsourcing the accounting function, we will sit with the CEO and take them through what to look at.
Yes.
Like basic things like what to look at when approving a payment. You know, sometimes we just receive payment and we just
Sign.
hey, just give it. No. There are critical things you need to look at.
Yeah.
Was the work done? Is the invoice genuine? With e-teams, is it an e-teams receipt that will be allowable for tax? How is it being paid? Who is it being paid to? Is it being paid to the person paying and the account number? Are they similar? And has it gone through the process? Was it within budget? Key things to check for before approving.
Yeah.
And we'll take you through key things to check during approval process. Because usually you'll find the CEO or the managers will be the ones approving payments.
Yes.
Second thing we take you through is how to ensure that your financials that you're given, the reports that you're given, management reports, are accurate. And one thing that is there, especially if you're not a large firm and maybe you only have 2 or 3 accountants, a basic thing like a bank reconciliation, I know you look at me, a bank reconciliation where what is a bank reconciliation? And I know we need to have different sessions where we can educate guys on just basic accounting, 101 for accounts or accounting for dummies.
Wish, please.
I'm not saying for dummies, but yes. And basic things like, if you're giving me management accounts to review, have banks been reconciled? Have I signed?
What are the things?
So one of the things to look at are all numbers. I can say I've done a report, but maybe I've not posted all the sales. How will you know that's a correct sales figure? I'm saying a sales figure of 100 million, and maybe I've not recorded a 50 million. How will I know I can't know. I mean, if as the organization grows, you can't know all the clients who come through your business. So you have to rely on systems that will make sure that the sales coming through are okay. Another big problem that we are able to resolve, that we've seen with many clients who outsource us, we're also seeing the process of outsourcing collections. So you find that many organizations, you do sales, but then you're not able to collect the money. You do credit sales.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but you're not able to collect the money of people who owe you money. So we are also if we are based at your firm, we also know your clients intimately. So we're able to pick the phone and say, hey, you promised to pay by this date, please,
My goodness.
so that you're able to have cash flow within your business. So you see the another benefit of outsourcing to us and removing the headache from you. I know collection of your debt is a role of both the finance team, but also the role of the CEO or the managers within the organization. But we play a very critical role in driving to make sure the returns come in. So we've seen that for our clients where they had huge debts when they took us in. We had a process of where every Monday we would meet with the leadership team and go through, who owes us money and why haven't they paid? And why should we give business to this person again if they haven't paid previously? And we come up with policies to make sure, what do we do with clients who we have given the business, have come for repeat business, but they haven't paid. What do we do with them? Do we give them business? Do we blacklist them? We don't want to lose the business, but at the same time, we want to make sure we are profitable. And we've seen their business change from debts of 80%, where a lot of the money is with the clients, to a case where maybe only 20% of the money is with the client. The money is with them. So we've seen, we can talk of lots of examples where outsourced accounting and outsourced finance manager makes a very big difference to the organization in transforming it to operate at a higher level.
And again, to add on that, is that when we say bank reconciliations as a control, you see, when the control is working, it means it will look like this. when you open a bank account,
Yeah.
let me use Kenya Commercial Bank, KCB.
Mm.
You also open another KCB in your system. If your system is QuickBooks, you open another bank called KCB in your system. So then what happens with the actual KCB must also happen with your system KCB. So when you withdraw the money there, you also withdraw on this other side. When you make a payment, you pay. When you receive money, you receive from your system as you receive from the KCB.
Yeah.
So the reconciliation then is to agree the two. So that your books of account,
Yeah.
because it's where now your bank is domiciled, agrees with the actual bank account. And so the reconciliations that are not happening, it means there is a control. There is an issue. Money could get lost.
Yeah.
It will not be detected.
Yes.
And so that is then where you come in to outsource that service, because we are the experts. We understand what a bank reconciliation look like. We have done them and we know. One of the key risks, again to say the word risk that comes in, is where you find accountants now telling us that a bank reconciliation is agreed. To agree now the KCB and their bank, they, for example, use something in us we call a journal. A journal is an internal thing. You draw a journal, you know, a journal in our language we say it's an adjustment. It's where there is an error you want to adjust. It's like they are telling us that they drew a paper and went with that paper to KCB and withdrew the money or paid someone, which does not work. So those risks then are taken care of by experts because they understand how a bank reconciliation then will look like.
Yeah.
And so that is one of the key things then you find as a benefit when you are hiring an external person. But then one of other services that we have is outsourced internal audit.
Outsourced internal audits, okay.
Yes. So then what is internal audit? Remember we have external and internal. External is where we come at the end. We could be regulated by statutes. The law says that this should be done.
Okay.
Done according to the law. And so you file a return based on the law. It's a requirement. And various sectors have those regulations, how audit should be done.
Okay.
If a company is listed with the stock exchange, there is a requirement within now the stock exchange.
Okay.
Say this is how audit should be done externally. And for companies the same. But there is internal, which is domiciled within boards, within those charged with governance. So they are the one who have the responsibility of asking, how can we review management? How do we now know what management is doing? So I am the owner of the business, I'm a director, but then I don't know what is happening. I get a heap of documents, have thousands of pages of bank reconciliations and ledgers and transactions. And then I need somebody else to now give me that assurance that is also happening right, but internally. That is the internal audit function. It's internal audit function. So if you have that garage you talked about, someone is checking all the spare parts that were purchased and they check them against the procurement. Did we get the prices right? Did we get the quantities right? So you get those items coming in, they come in and they check and they confirm the numbers. Then they ensure that they are also keyed into the system correctly by those who are keying in, who are the accountants.
Yeah.
So they become independent of the management, independent of the system, and so they go to the owner, to the top. So they go to the top right, who is those charged with governance. And so we come there now. We offer that service ourselves. When we offer internal audit service, literally it's like we are giving you what we call a third layer of defense. Remember, in putting internal audit function, you are coming up with a control.
Yeah.
You want to safeguard. You want to defend yourself against people who could defraud you, take advantage of
using
you,
money,
from procurement, from controls, from payment. They could even be paying themselves.
Yes.
You could even have hired 50 people, but only
30 actually
works for you.
Like ghost workers.
20 don't work for you.
Yes.
An internal auditor, then you check for you and tell you, here we only have 30 people.
Yeah.
Why are you paying 50?
Yes.
And so they flag them out, to report them out because they are now risk. And so it comes in as a layer of defense, a that, because we say the first layer is basically the owners who come up with policies and systems.
Yes.
They come up with the controls and all that. Then you bring in another third eye that now comes and report directly to management. And I would say where we have seen that internal audit, one of the key advantages has come in through independence.
Yes.
Remember, KKCO is completely independent of that entity. We don't know them. We don't know who is the finance manager, who is the CEO. We don't even report to them.
Yes.
Actually, we come in and report to the board. Yes, extremely independent of the owners.
Okay.
Now, this is now different from where you had now your internal audit manager, whereas they are supposed to be dependent by the standard. Sometimes you find the independence is compromised.
Yes.
And it could compromise through so many ways.
Yeah.
You know, you are here, you have a baby, everybody comes for your baby shower. The next day you're going to go and audit them and report them.
That's your boss or friend. Yes.
Yeah, you are meeting at the car park. Yeah, people are, in your car, you are going home together.
Yes.
You are on peace, together over the weekend. Your social fabric is so intertwined by the people.
That's true.
That your independence get compromised.
That's true.
So you come to the external people. They are independent of you.
Yeah.
We are working with a bank. We have no interests. We are completely have no conflict of interest. We are completely independent.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you crown it with the cost. If you got an internal audit manager within the industry, 5, 7, 8 years of experience, they'll ask you on a range of 300,000 shillings per month. They need a team to work with. You get them as two people to support them. Another cost, you are already on a $500,000. You need to give them reef allowance. You need to pay for their affordable housing levy. You need to pay for their medical insurance. This is just one entity that you engage with a one-off consultancy contract. You are basically just dealing with a consultancy, withholding taxes. And so it becomes cheaper. And then when you come to the firm, you get then more value because you get the manager, you get the assistant, and you also get partner attention. They are the one who are reviewing you. So the skill set that you get then for that cost is so high, it's not commensurate with the package. So you get more than you bargain for. And that's how the internal audit becomes very competitive when outsourced.
You can also outsource your secretarial services where instead of can be costly having an in-house company secretary. Unless you're a really large organization, because the cost would be very high. And maybe the tasks also that the company secretary will be doing are minimal. Because it's not everyday work. You'll find many in-house company secretaries maybe are also the head of legal. They have other roles. And usually the people who have in-house company secretaries are large organizations. But maybe you're an organization, you're medium-sized. You don't want to hire a full-time company secretary, but you need those services. So what you say, you can outsource them to us. And what we do is the company secretary's role is to manage the board.
The board.
Become the secretary to the board. So we organize for you your meetings. We plan your agendas. We coordinate with the chair of the board. We agree the board agenda for the year. We manage board dynamics. In some organizations, we even go and manage the board committees within the board. So a board would have maybe 3 or 4 committees. We're even able to run those committees. The goodness with outsourcing it, you get the minutes on time. Not only that, at the end of every meeting, there are board directives. Boards come up with several decisions. So we're able to put board directives in simplified manner, action, what to do, who is responsible within the management and by what date, and what the outcome should look like. And we give you that at the end of the meeting. So you're very clear what you should do. So you find that organizations, boards that have a proper running secretary, the board directives are implemented. Board is not worried that what we discuss, now we are having the next meeting maybe 3-4 months later, and we are back to square one. Nothing was done. We don't even remember really what was actually said.
What did we talk about?
And you see the secretary that drives it, and you find the strategic direction of the organization is being driven. Because also the CEO is then fully supported by the secretary. So the secretary supports the board and supports also the organization. That the board, the company secretary also comes in terms of training the board. They give advisory to the board. Because a company secretary, you see, they'll be vast with the knowledge of legal knowledge. They'll have HR knowledge. They'll have business knowledge. So you're able to have a sounding board. If you're not sure, you know what? Let's ask a company secretary. What are your views? How should we go about it? How should we protect our interests? How should we manage, different stakeholders, minority shareholders, directors? How do we manage that according to best practice? So you outsource it to us. We are experts. We are registered with the companies, the Institute of Company Secretaries, and we go to the company secretaries, of course, go for constant training, go for constant CPD hours. So we are well versed and we're able to function effectively. We found that, especially from my experience, having a board that is effective and especially ensuring board directives are clear and ensuring you have a proper board calendar for the year. Really helps boards and organizations to function properly, especially ensuring that strategic matters are discussed, ensuring financial reports. There are basic things that a board must discuss. And the company secretary, while working with the chairman, because the chairman of the board is the one who drives it, ensures that all items of the company are covered. And then we're also able to deal with your issues with regards to, so if you're a limited company, we're able to deal with the Sharia house, the company's house, where you want to change shareholding, where you want to introduce new directors, where you want to have a board dynamics, board composition. We handle that on your behalf at the company secretary's house. If you're an NGO, we will work with the NGO Coordination Council. I don't know what their name will be with the new act, but we're able to work with those organizations, with the governance structures to make sure from a governance point of view, you're complying. And then if internal audit comes and carries out audit, on us, because internal audit also carries out audit on, from a governance point of view, if is an organization being well governed, then you're able to get very good governance results because then it's being run by a company secretary. So that's one function that we encourage organizations to outsource where they feel they have a need. Also, we also find that family-run businesses usually also have that need. You're a family, there's daughter, son, father, cousin.
Yes.
And the board dynamics can be quite complicated, and then there are the board members. And maybe they only have one independent member. So a company secretary comes in and really tries to bring balance, tries to make sure the dynamics, tries to make sure that board is run professionally.
Oh, wow.
And you'll find that family-run businesses that have company secretaries and they have created like family charters, specific governance structures for family-run business.
Yes.
You find that the organization is actually able to run quite effectively
through generations.
Through generations, not one founder and then after founder.
That's it.
It's dead. The kids come and eat all the, take all the hard work of the business. So we're able to help organizations transition. So it's really. It's a plus.
What I've loved even just about KKCO is the aspect. I know we had this conversation in one of our episodes. How you guys will onboard. You will go to the business. You will really just do an in-depth audit of how are they, how do they operate, what kind of business are they in, and look at the gaps. Is it because I realized you could be losing money, but it's not even an accounting problem more than it is a HR problem.
Correct.
And just look at those gaps, and then you're able to tell your client, you do not have controls in, your policies are lacking. So that's a very, I think if you ask me, that's also like what I feel sets you apart than other businesses. But anyway, what would you say sets you apart from the competitors in the market?
Critical thing that sets us apart is that we don't just offer you an audit service, a one-stop item, what you have contracted for. We go beyond. And how we go beyond is to give you the advisory. For example, where we have done audits, we then are found offering advisory in that space, telling somebody, now this is what your numbers now are saying. For example, looking at you in the next 1 year, you have a problem that can come. You will find yourself having issues, for example, of payment, or your money is tied up in, for example, debtors. You have sold and sold, you need to tighten your credit so that you are able to have cash flow.
Yeah.
There are also places where we have given advisory and said, fine, if you look at the way you are paying your creditors, you are paying them so fast, but then it's taking so long for you to collect. So that is the reason why you're having this. Other places where we give advisory is looking at what is the regulator saying. So we call it legal and regulatory. So we're asking, in the environment where your business is operating, what laws, what regulations are there? For example, in Kenya, we have National Industrial Training Authority.
Okay.
It's requiring people to register and to submit monthly payments. We go outside of the books and tell you, oh, how are you dealing with your NITA, the National Industrial Training Authority? There is a new requirement now that you register all your employees with an employment authority. We tell you, oh, you have not registered. You are there. Then we come in and give you now value-added taxes services. For example, when you look at your staff, we can't even identify them because your files are lacking the following things. We can't even tell who you have employed.
Yeah.
You have gaps in your HR, in your processes. Other places, we tell people even succession. We tell them, actually, you have a risk because all your data, all your information is now housed on one person. If this person left, this is what this is going to yield the number. And so we give you that advisory. And then overall, we are relational. We have an open door policy.
Okay.
You pick a call, call us. You want a webinar, we give it for you for free. We disseminate that information to you. And so we ensure that as we offer the service, we are also training your people. We are capacity building them.
Yeah.
As we said, we are not policing you where you have a weakness because you didn't know that you're supposed to have a relief called affordable housing relief. We now train you and show you specific areas where you put it.
Yeah.
This is then to ensure that as we walk with you, it's a journey we walk with you, beyond just the normal contracted audit.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are relational, intentionally relational. Yes, while again maintaining our independence.
Yeah. In terms of recruitment, we do staff recruitments where we handle the entire process from the advertisement, shortlisting, interviews, and making a recommendation to the board on the best candidate. And recruitment is not an easy task.
Yeah.
Because the risk is you can hire the wrong person. And that's basically the risk when it comes to hiring staff. So for businesses to ensure that you have the right team, you have the right staff, where you need to manage is recruitment. Apart from training and all those, make sure you have the right person, and that can only happen in the recruitment process is done properly, professionally, and also there are no chances of conflict of interest, because it's very easy for second or third layer management to compromise the recruitment process by hiring their friends, relatives, nephews. And if you outsource that function, you can eliminate that risk. And you'll be sure of getting the right staff.
Wow.
Yeah. And we've done several assignments on staff recruitment.
This conversation has really been I think it's going to be a very insightful conversation, because then more often than not, like, a lot of businesses and people will begin to ask themselves questions, you know, and then also just realize, you know what, give us a call, let us have a conversation, come for a consultancy, then we can work with you, and then we'll let you know, okay, you have an accounting problem, you have a HR problem, you have an audit problem, but we can start with these, you know.
Especially for the international clients.
Okay.
Or if you're running your business outside Kenya. The taxation of the outsourced service or export services, you are saving on a lot of costs because we'll not charge the value-added tax. It's normally any export service or outsourced service is not subject to 16% VAT. So there's a lot of saving when it comes to offering or a non-Kenyan outsourcing their functions, either accounting or company secretarial.
In fact, mostly where you have multinational setting based in Kenya, like now we know we have the special economic zones that we now know are been established within Tatu City, Naivasha. Naivasha is now becoming even the hub. We've been told of quite a number of thousands of companies that are coming to set base. One of the critical factors to consider is the cost of labor in Kenya, and then the compliance thereof. You have to hire people, you have to comply with all the requirements of the Employment Act. You have to, to ensure that you are compliant. Now, if you outsource that service, again, as a multinational, as a foreigner, then it becomes very easy for you because you get everything. You get the package of expertise, you save on cost, and then you get compliance. Again, using those services.
And maybe just to mention, especially the one we found that our international clients, the people who really, really appreciate outsourcing and understand the value of outsourcing are actually our international clients. And I think they're already ahead and they understand the value of outsourcing. And you find that their work becomes so easy because they focus on their core and their others, they may not have the expertise legally. They may not, they have legal knowledge, but they may not have the expertise within our environment.
The context,
Kenyan context, law, tax law, HR law, accounting, hiring, and then they outsource it to us, and we're able to give them peace of mind because if anything goes haywire, it's us on the line, not them. So let's take away that risk, let's take away that burden. Or you bring it to us. We, as guys, we are trained. It's our role to make sure that you have the peace of mind when we sort out all the issues legally. And we have, as he said, we have we have the experts internally.
And I think the sad thing is we've seen people coming to us when they have lost a lot of money. Millions of money, either through the accountant is not doing the right thing. So they only come to us when they have lost. And I think it's the best thing is just make the right decision. Before you lose your money.
Let me give you an example. A client who, not a very positive story, but a client who lost so much money. And the client was coming to us now when things are, they're elephants. They have a tax liability, carry 8 million,
back.
They have staff they've not been paying. They've been paying them salaries. They've not been paying them pay as you want. Then they have debtors. They have people who owe them so much money. And they called us and we went to meet with them. I actually went to meet with the directors, the 2 directors. One director was missing, 2 directors, and we met them and I'm like, what's the problem? And when you look at their business, they're in a good business environment. I mean, it's a business that's making money. They have the good blue chip clients with them. So what's going wrong? They have the clients, but they're not able to make their liabilities. When you look at their previous audited accounts, and they're audited by a reputable auditing firm, you're seeing they're making very good profits, but why are they not able to meet their basic needs? And so what we said is, let me get to know you guys a bit better. They invited me for one of their C-suite leadership meetings, management meetings. And they have a CFO. A CFO, this is someone with 20 years experience, very knowledgeable, my fellow CPA. And I sat with him and the directors are clueless about finance. Absolutely clueless. That's the unfortunate part. Absolutely clueless. They are fully relying on what the CFO is
CFO
telling
says,
them.
yeah.
You see, the CEOs are saying, we've hired talent. We've hired a credible CFO. So I sat in that meeting. The CFO removed his beautiful slides. I'm looking, and it's an organization that has related parties. It's a part, they have like 2-3 other organizations that also they own.
Yeah.
So you'll find that money flows, you're allowed to flow money, to use this money. This company bails out this company and this, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you handle, from a finance point of view, how do you handle those numbers? And how do you make sure the bailout is, how do you make sure, we call them related party transactions, are handled well? And when I just sat in the meeting, I'm hearing him say, this is where we stand. This X company, we owe them 40 million. This company is owed 60 million by this other company. But of course, it's common knowledge, if there are two companies, company X and Y, if company X owes company Y 40 million, you'll see it as a liability. I owe you, creditor, I owe you 40 million. But then company Y would have it as a debtor, company X owes me 40 million. But when you just looked at the books and he's presenting, I'm seeing he's saying company Y owes me 40 million. But now when he's presenting company X, I can't see the 40 million as owed to. So I just asked one question. I can see financial figures there, that related party. Why can't I see this other side? And the finance manager quickly just said, that must have been an error. And he quickly went and put a figure. And of course, that's a red flag, And I'm looking at the directors, and they're not seeing like there's anything wrong with that statement. And it's small little things. And we're dealing with lots of money. And unfortunately, they were getting to us when it's a bit late. We still managed to resolve them using very difficult scenarios where we had to negotiate with KRA and come up with a payment plan, and had to negotiate with their debtors, and had to start thinking of cutting costs, But it was a very difficult conversation. But I always remember that client, and I'm like, wow, they were in such a good business. But unfortunately, because of poor controls, lack of an internal audit function, the CFO had been playing them.
That story is probably similar to very many stories, of course. And more often than not, we only realize you are deep in trouble when that KRA letter lands on your table, And it's such a big figure. You wonder, do I close the business? Like, what do I do? Yeah. I think a lot of these mistakes that are made, or these problems, can just be solved by having the right people on your team.
The right people.
And these conversations, I'm sure, are really, really going to be impactful and helpful. And we hope when we call you again, to now get deeper even into these different specific outsourcing services, then we can be able to just give them as much information as we can. It's been such a good conversation, very impactful. And I'm so grateful for the time. Thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Please ask us the questions. Let us know what kind of content would you want us to create. It's helpful to us when you're able to communicate and tell us these things, because then we can be able to really tailor-make these conversations to meet your needs. So share these conversations, share these videos, whether it's a reel or a TikTok, wherever you'll have seen us, please share them with your friends, with your family, with people you're in business with. Let's grow together. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I hope to see you next time. So keep it here, Beyond Numbers by KKCO East Africa LLP. Till next time, bye.
Thank you.